So I've already made a video about the Nothing Air 2, but when I recorded that video I had the Nothing Air 2 only for 2 days. That of course is not enough to create a full in-depth review. But if you haven't seen yet that video, go watch that video first and then come back, because in that video I've talked about topics like design, sound quality, but also microphone quality. So if you want to see that video, you can click on the card here or in the link below. While in this video I'm going to talk about other topics like all the customizable options that you have inside the Nothing X app. I will show you the range test so you can have an idea about the power of the antenna built in the Nothing Air 2. I will talk about all the competition that this device has and much more. And for the very last, I will tell you if you should buy this pair of earbuds or not. But before start, let me say hi, my name is Alessandro and I'm from Italy, and I hope that you really like the rest of the video. Also, this is the first time ever that I record a video here, so drop a like if you like this look. So let's start talking about the comfort or the way to describe how these earbuds fits in our ears. So inside the package you will find 3 different type of tips that you can change depending on the dimension of your ears. But even though I've tried all of 3, I think that the smaller one was the best one for my ears. But the weird thing is that I did the fit test with all of these 3 tips, and with all of these the result was correct. But as I told you, my overall favorite is the smaller one. The problem is that, and I don't know why, on my right ear the earbuds continue to losing over time, especially when I'm talking, for example, in a phone call. And over the phone call I've noticed that I had to adjust basically the fit of the earbuds consistently. On the positive side though, these earbuds are completely waterproof. So for example, if you are washing the dishes, you have no problem to touch basically the earbuds with your wet hands. But I think that since the left one doesn't have the same problem, was a good idea to share also this with you. But now let's talk about the control that you can have on the earbuds. And the coolest thing I think is that you can set different controls for each earbuds. For example, on the right earbuds I've set the long press for enabling and disable the ANC, while on the left one I've set the earbuds to control the volume up or down. In the Nothing X app though you can do a lot more, and one of the first things that you can do is customize your audio experience or your audio preference. In fact, inside the audio personalization you can choose between several presets, but if you are a little bit more expert in the audio department, you have to know that you can decide the amount of treble, the amount of basses and other things. Another feature that is inside the Nothing X app is the possibility to enable or disable the low latency mode. And I have to say that enabling this mode can make a difference. So especially if you're planning to use these earbuds for gaming, for example, I suggest you to enable. The problem unfortunately is that this mode will be automatically disabled over time, and I think that this is a real bummer, because okay, I know that this low lag mode can drain more battery, but I think that should be the decision of the user to enable or disable the mode. Then for last, about the low latency, you have to know that when this mode is disabled there is a little bit of lag that you can notice, but it's not the end of the world. Over time I got used to this problem, but you have to know that enabling the low latency make a difference. Another feature in the Nothing X app is the ability to connect at the same time 2 devices, and if you have seen my first impression video you know that this is a really helpful feature. But the problem is that you have to pay a lot of attention when you switch from the device number 1 and the device number 2, because if you're doing this action very quickly you can introduce a lot of lag in the content that you are consuming, and for example in the case of a video, the audio and the video can go completely out of sync, and in my testing I could have the latency up to 3 seconds. It's not a big problem though if you wait a couple seconds before switching from the device number 1 and the device number 2. On the really positive side though, you have to know that all the settings that you change on the device number 1 will be transferred immediately on the device number 2. And I did, for example, an experiment enabling and disabling the low latency mode, and you can see that in the moment that I've enabled or disabled on the first device, also on the second device the low latency mode was disabled. In this full review I want to add more information information about the transparency mode and the noise cancellation mode, because over time I've noticed a small problem, but at the same time is a problem that can be really distracting. So even though you are enabling the noise cancellation or the transparency mode, you can hear a white noise underneath, even though there is no other sound that is playing. And this white noise unfortunately is more present when you are enabling the transparency mode. And since this mode I think that is designed for all the situation where you want to talk with someone, for example, or you want to have a phone call, and of course you don't want to remove the earbuds from your ears, I think that this is a problem that have to be addressed in the firmware update. And trust me, I've updated the earbuds to the latest firmware and this problem is still present. While when you enable the ANC mode, this problem is less relevant. For this part, that's it. I don't want to add other information, but again, if you want to know more about the performance of the transparency mode and the noise cancellation mode, check out my first impression video. Let's touch for a minute about the battery life, because the ear 2 are rated for 4 hours when you're using the earbuds with the noise cancellation. Then of course you can extend the battery life charging the earbuds in the case, and in this case you will reach about 22 hours of playing. But the super impressive fact is that if you take the earbuds and put in the case for only 10 minutes, you can get other 8 hours of playing. I suppose that this number is with the noise cancellation off, but if you think that maybe could be the half, I think that the number are pretty impressive. It's time now to talk about the range test. What I mean for the range test? I mean that I wanted to see how far I can push basically the antennas of these earbuds. And to do that, basically I've set a shot in my kitchen and I've walked in the house till the edge of my home to see if the signal could be held also to a further distance. The result was that at the very edge of our home I can still hear a sound, but that signal was pretty disturbed. So I'm walking towards the end of the room, and in this situation I had previously some problems with the range. So for example, now I'm facing basically the kitchen, but if I turn back, so now basically I'm facing the opposite of the camera, you should not hear my voice. I'm now back to facing the kitchen, and considering that from my iPhone and my earbuds there was several walls and also doors, I think that the range test is pretty good. At this point I wonder that, for example, the AirPods Pro 2 can handle this situation in a better way. So let's start to conclude this video talking about the price and the competition that these earbuds have. At $149, the competition in the Apple ecosystem, because remember that I am an Apple user, is only the AirPods 3, that is rating for about $159. But the problem is that the AirPods 3 doesn't have the ANC mode or the transparency mode, it's only a regular pair of AirPods. Of course, the big brother, the AirPods Pro 2, has the noise cancellation mode, but the problem is that the AirPods Pro 2 is rating for $249, so almost double the price. For that price I think that you can get a better rounded product and also the integration of the device in the Find My app. That should be a killer feature to find the earbuds when you don't find it. And maybe a better noise reduction, I don't know, I have to see for myself. Speaking about the possibility to find the earbuds, you have to know that also in the Nothing X app you have a similar feature. Unfortunately though, I found that this feature is only working when the earbuds is connected to the device. So this means that the earbuds must be out from the case or the case has to be open, because when you close the case with the inside the earbuds, there is no connection between the device and your phone, and this feature will not work. And this is not the same at all with the AirPods Pro, because I know that you can find the earbuds also when they are inside the case, or you can play a sound both on the earbuds and both on the case. So I think that from this point of view Apple is really ahead, but it's not bad that Nothing has included a similar feature. And the reason why I know all of this is because I've also bought the AirPods Pro 2, because I want to see for myself where there is a difference between this Nothing Air 2 and the AirPods Pro 2. In conclusion to this video, guys, I think that yes, it's a good idea to buy the Nothing Air 2 now, because starting from their price of $149 you get a lot of feature, but most importantly you get a product that has no issues with the connection, because over the time that I was reviewing this product I had not a single issue, and this is crazy if you think about, because Nothing is not a company from Apple, and in the past I always have some problem with Bluetooth device that wasn't by Apple. So if you're looking to a device to do a phone call, listening some music or videos, and they can also have a decent noise cancellation and a transparency mode, I think that this is a great product to buy. So guys, make sure to hit the like button, because the comparison video between the Nothing Air 2 and the AirPods Pro 2 is coming very soon. Also, don't forget to follow me also on Instagram to see behind the scenes content. For example, I've just created the playlist about the building of this YouTube studio, but if you want to support directly my work as a content creator, you can buy one of my presets. I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye!